Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs, and today we are going to be making this rosebud square for our flower bedspread blanket that we are working on. I am going to be using the pinks like is in here, except for a, um I'm using this for the leaves. This dark pink, which is a yarn bee soft and sleek, and let's see, what is it called? I don't think it has a name. Oh, hot pink, 850. So it's hot pink, hot 50, 850. And then also I'm using this pink that is just called pink in the I Love This yarn. And this pink called hot rose and I Love This yarn, and white. And I'm going to be using my 6mm hook. Yes, that's a 6. And we're going to start out with white. So we are going to chain 25 to start the square out. Actually, we're going to be chaining 26. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. In the second chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet, and we're going to single crochet in every chain across. As soon as I get it. Why is that not? All right. All right. All right, and by the end of this row, you should have 25 single crochets all together. And I'm going to do my row, and I will be back for row 2 in a moment. Okay, so row 2, we're going to chain 1 and turn for row 2, and then we're going to single crochet in the first 12 stitches. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then this is actually the back side, so we're going to make sure that the yarn is on this side. So now we need to bring in our green, and we need to put 1 green in. And we're going to front loop only since we're on the back side. So we're just putting 1 green in, and then switching over to the white. We need 9 white now. So we go through both loops. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. another green. And we're just going to put one green in there. In the front loop only. And then we're going to switch back over to white again and put white in the last two stitches. There we go. So now let's chain one and turn for row 3. We need white in the first two stitches. And then we're going to switch over to our green. And we're going to put 2 green in. So let's go through both loops in this one and the back loop in this one since we're on the front side now. All right, now we're going to bring in another white. And we need 7 white next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to switch over to our green. And we need to put 2 green in. We're going in the back loop of this first stitch. And then both loops of this stitch of the next. And then we need another white. So I have 3 balls of white. And eventually we're going to need 3 balls of green, but I've got 2 balls of green going right now. And so the last 10 or 12 stitches then will be, last 12, they'll be white. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, we're going to chain 1 and turn for row 4. And row 4, we're going to start out with 10 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, then we're going to switch over to green, and we need to put 6 green in next. And we're on the back side for front loop only then. And then these 2 are regular. Hang on a second. I'm going to try to get this end worked in as much as I can. and these last two. So there's 4, 5, and 6 green here. And then we're going to switch over to the white and put 2 white in. Hang on a minute. Why did that come out like that? I need you on this side. Here we go. And then we're going to cover this white. So there's 1 and 2. And then we're going to switch over to this green. And we need to put 5 green in next. Alright, so there's 1. Two, 3, 4, and 5. And then the last 2 then will be white to finish off this row. Chain 1 and turn. Let's see the front side of this thing. There we go. So looking good so far. Alright, so row 5. We are going to start out with the 2 white here at the beginning. And then switching over to our green. We need 14 green this time. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then we need 1 white here, 1 white, and then 4 green and 4 white. So let's carry this white over here. I carried that green over to here. those little pieces of that I worked in. We're going to just have to cut off. Alright, so we need 4 green and 4 white to finish this off. So I'm just going to carry the white with me right here. So there's 4 and 4 white left. There's the leaf. Now we have a bunch of little pieces of yarn that we need to cut off. From carrying those ends over. Alright. We've got the first 5 rows done. That's what it looks like so far. And we're going to start color. We're going to start the rows now. Alright, in this row. So row 6, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to start out with 1 white. And then we're going to bring the green over, and now we need 8 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, now we need the dark pink. Whatever you're using for dark pink. So I'm going to do this, call these pinks dark, medium, and light. And I don't think you're going to need separate balls for these pinks. I think we'll be able to carry them through each other, and I think it'll be alright. So we have 2 pink, and then we need 1 green. But we're gonna carry this pink through here, through that 1 green, because we can do that through the 1 green. Alright, and then we're going back to the pink, and we need 4 pink next. And I'm just carrying this green with me. Because then we're going to need the pink, the green again. And now we just need 7 green and 2 white, and that should finish off this row. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then the 2 white. Alright, that's row 6. So we've got the little bit of this rose started. And row 7, chain 1 and turn, and let's start out with the 2 white. And then now we need 6 green. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, and we are needing 3 dark pink. All right, and then we need our medium pink. And we need 1 medium pink. And then we're going back to our dark pink and put 7 dark pink in next. Wait a minute. I'm going to leave this medium pink here, but I'm going to take the end and work it in. So I'm leaving that medium pink there. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4. This is 5. I'm bringing this, almost forgot that green so that I can finish it off here at the end. There's 6 and 7. And now we're going to switch over to the green. And we need 4 green next. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to switch over to the white and put 2 white in to finish off this row. And there we have it. There, looking good. We'll see, make that pink too tight. There we go. Made that stitch too tight, and it's easy to skip over those stitches when you make them too tight like that. So got to be careful not making those stitches too tight. All right, so that was 7, and we're going to mark it off and go to 8. Let's see. Let's chain 1 and turn. And we are starting out with 3 white this time. And then our 2 green. All right, and now we need 2 dark pink. So there's 1 and 2. And then we're going to switch over to our medium pink. Oh, bring it down here. We're bringing that dark pink with us though. So we need 4 medium pink. So there's 1. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then going back to the dark pink, we need 1 dark pink next, which is right here, and then go back to the medium pink. We're going to take this dark pink with us because we're not quite done with it. So we need 4 medium pink again. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then back to the dark pink. We can leave the medium pink here. We need 2 dark pink, but let's bring this green up with us. So there's 1 and 2, and then switching over to that green, we need to put 5 green and 2 white to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then our 2 white at the end. Okay, and that is what row 8 looks like. This is going to be pretty. Alright, so now we are starting out with the 2 white again, and then going over to the green and putting 3 green in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And now we need the dark pink, and we need 3 dark pink. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and then we need 5 medium pink. I really, really like these 2 pinks together. I love those actually. These 2 pinks are really pretty. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, but I should have brought that dark pink with me. Wait a minute. Alright, so we got to be carrying these pinks with us as we do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then the dark pink, we need 2 dark pink, and then go back to the medium pink. I'm going to carry this dark pink with us. So we need 4 medium pink next. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 1 dark pink at the end. And then we're going to switch over to green and put 1 green in after that. And then switch over to the white, and we need 4 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. That is so awesome. That looks so cool. I love that. All right, so I think I have another rose winner here. I love my last rose too. All right, so chain 1 and turn. We're going to start out with 5 white this time and row 10. So there's 4 and 5. We must be done with that green. All right, so yeah. So we're going to the dark pink, and we need 1 dark pink, and then we need our medium pink. This row, the light pink is coming in. So we need 2 medium pink, and then this is our pink, our light pink. All right, so we need 2 of those. So there's 1 and 2. And I don't want to make that too tight. So if you pull that yarn too tight, it'll pull it, and it's easy to skip over it when you come back through. All right. All right, so it's 2, and then we need to go back to, we need our dark pink next. So 1 dark pink. And the stitch under it is dark, so we can go through both loops. All right, and then we're switching over to the light pink again. And we need 2 light pink again. So 1, 2. Now we need our medium pink. And we need 3 medium pinks. The light pink can stay here because we're done with this row. So there's 1, 2, and 3, and then 1 dark pink, and 2 medium pink, and then a dark pink after that. Two dark pink actually. Two dark pink after that, and then we're going to finish off this row by putting two green and two white at the end here. And let's see what it looks like now. We have a little tail we can cut off there. We don't need that anymore. And we got this little tail down here cut off too. All right. That is looking really good. All right, so that is row 10, and row 10 is done now. Mark it off. Row 11. What did I lose? All right. All right, so we need to cut off one of these yarns, and that's this green here, because we're done with this green. All right. All right, so row 11, we're going to start out with two white, and then switch over to the green and put two green in. And then we need our dark pink. And three medium pink. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going back to the dark pink and put two dark pink in. So there's 1 and 2. And then back to the medium pink. And we need 1 medium pink. And then we need our light pink. So we need 3 light pink now. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Well, wait a minute. We still got to carry our yarns with us. We can't leave them behind. Oh, that was the 1. There we go. 2 and 3. Actually, those three pinks look really good together. Um, so now we need two dark, which that one is dark and this one's not. And then two light. And then one medium and one dark. And then we need to switch over to our white and put 5 white here to finish off this row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Five white. All right, so that was row 11, and we will be back for row 12 in a moment. Okay, so we're going to chain 1 and turn for row 12, and we need to start out with 5 white. 2, 3, 4, and 5. This pink, we can pretty much cut that little, we'll cut that off, that end. We don't need that. All right, so we are needing our, I cut off the green, this green, and this, there was a white, like in the middle right here, I cut off that. So I've cut off a couple of colors that we don't no longer need. And now we cut off all greens because we don't need green for another few rows. 2 rows actually. All right, so we're going to start out with a dark pink and then 2 light pink. We're going to bring this medium pink up with us, so we'll have it. So there's 1 and 2. All right, back to the dark pink. We need 2 dark pink. And then the medium pink. We are going to need 1 medium pink and then 2 dark pink. All right, and 2 light pink. One dark pink. And 2 light pink again. I've left this dark pink behind. I need it. All right. So it was two, yeah, light pink. Now we're done with that light pink. And now we need three medium pink and a dark pink at the end after the three. So there's 1, 2, and 3. All right, so all right, we got 1 dark pink, 2 light, 2 dark, 1 medium, 2 dark, 2 light, 1 dark, 2 light, 3 dark, or 3 medium, and 1 dark. And somehow I have put an extra stitch in somehow. All right, we just started this over, sorry. One, two, three, four, 5. Then the 1 dark, and we need 2 light, 2 dark, 1 medium, and then 2 dark, and then we go back to the light, and we need 2 light, 1 dark, 2 light. And now, okay, yeah, I must have put 2 in 1 stitch, because now it's coming out fine. So, wait a minute, it's 3 medium, not dark. 3 medium and a dark at the end. So we'll leave this light right here. And then we have 3 light or white at the end to finish off this row. Now let's see what this looks like. Oh, so cool. All right. So that's 12 rows. Mark off row 12. Do row 13. Alright, we are starting off with the 3 white on row 13. And then we need 2 dark, and then we need medium, 2 medium, and then we'll go back to the dark and put 1 dark in next. I'm bringing this light up with us. And then I need 1 light. And then we need our dark again. And we need 5 dark next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need 2 medium. So that is medium. We'll go through both loops. So there's 1 and 2, and then 1 dark, 3 light. And a dark at the end. So we'll take this dark with us and leave the medium behind. So I need 3 light. Since that is a light, we need to go through both loops. 1, 2, and 3. And then put a dark here. And then we need to put 4 white in, and that will finish off this row. Alright, that is row 13 finished. We're going to mark that off. And go to 14. So we are starting out here with the first, we need 3, and the first 3 are white. And then we need our dark pink. I'm going to put a dark pink in right here. And then we need 1 light pink. And then we're going back to the dark pink, and we need 3 dark pink next. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And then we need our medium pink. So we need 2 medium pinks. So there's 1 and 2. And then we need our dark pink next. We need one dark, one light. And then 4 medium. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then 1 dark. Yeah, might as well just take it. 1 dark, 4 medium, 1 dark. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're bringing this green back in this row. So we need 1 green and 2 white to finish off this row. Okay. That looks so cool. All right, so there is row 14 finished. And now we're going to do row 15. And we're going to start out with the 2 white and 1 green. And then we need a dark pink. We actually need 2 dark pink. So there's 1. And then the second one I'm picking up both of these other pinks. So then I need 2 medium pink next. And 1 light pink. And then 1 dark pink. And 3 medium pinks. Then 1 light. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll bring this light pink in. Now 2 dark pink and 2 light. Yeah. And then 2 medium and 2 dark. And then we need our 4 white to finish off this row. All right. So row 16. We're going to chain 1 and turn. And we're going to start out with 5 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need to go to dark pink. I'm going to put 1 dark pink in. And then we need medium pink, or light pink. And we need 1 light pink. But I'm bringing up this medium with me. Now we need to switch over to the dark. And put 4 dark pink in next. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I need a medium, 1 dark, and 1 light next. So 1 medium, 1 dark, and 1 light. Then we need 3 medium. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And now we need 1 dark, 1 light, and 1 medium. So 1 dark, 1 light, one medium, and then 2 dark, and then we need 1 green and 2 white to finish this off. All right, let's see what the front of this looks like now. And that's row 16 finished. All right, row 17. We're starting out with the 2 white and 1 green. And we're going to start out with the dark pink. And 2 medium. Okay. And now we need 1 light, 1 dark, 1 medium. And then we need 3 light. So 1, 2, and 3. And now we need 1 medium, 1 light, 1 medium, 1 dark. So we need a medium, light, medium, and dark. And then we're going to switch over to medium, light, medium, dark. Now we need 2 medium. One, 2, and then we just need dark, medium, dark to finish off the rows. So there's 1, dark, yeah, a medium and a dark. And then we'll finish this off with 4 white at the end. that is row 17 finished. Row 18. Okay, we're going to chain one and turn. And we need to start out with 4 white. And then we need 2 dark. And then we need light. So we need 1 light, 1 medium, 1 dark, 1 light. So light, and that's a medium. Light, medium, dark, light. 1 of each. And then we need 2 dark. One medium, and 3 dark. Three. And then a light, light, medium, dark, light, medium, dark, and the next 6. So light, medium, dark, light, medium, dark. And then 1 green and 2 white at the end. right. So that is 18 rows and what it looks like so far. We will be back for row 19 in a moment. All right, so row 19, we're going to start out with the 2 white and the 1 green. And then we need the dark pink. Switching over to dark pink, we need 1 dark, 1 light. We'll switch back over to the dark. And put 2 dark in. And then we need medium. We need medium pink dark, medium pink dark. So medium light dark, medium light dark. And then back to the medium and do it again, medium light dark. Then we need 2 pink, or 2 light, and 3 dark. So there's 1, 2, and that stitch is a little bit too tight. I need a needle to loosen it up. There. So 3 dark, and then we need medium light dark again in the next 3. And then we're going to finish this off with 4 white, and that'll be row 19 finished. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1 and turn. And 20, we need to start out with 5 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we need our dark pink. We're going to do 1 dark, 1 light. And then 2 dark and 1 medium. And then 3 dark, one, 2, and 3. And then we need to do light, medium, dark, medium, dark. So there's light, medium, dark, and then medium and dark. All right, and then we need 2 green, hang on. All right. We need 2 green, 1 dark, and 2 green. I am missing a stitch. So there's 1 and 2. Oh, wait a minute. We've got to bring that dark with us. Dang it. And then I need a dark pink next. And we'll leave it there. 2 green and 2 white. We'll finish this row off. Alright, so there is row 19 finished. Looking more and more like a rosebud. Alright, so we need to, we'll chain one and turn. Row 20, we're going to put, was that row 20? That was row 20. Sorry. That was row 20. So we're on row 21 now. We need 2 white and then 6 green. So there's 1, 2. We'll pick up this dark pink back behind here and bring it with us. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, starting off with the dark pink. We're going to put a dark pink in, and then we need medium light, medium light. Medium. Light. Medium. Light. And then we need 2 medium. Two medium, 2 dark, and then we need 1 light, 1 dark. And then we need 6 white to finish off the row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we can cut this off. That end piece. Alright, so 22, chain 1 and turn. We're going to start out with 7 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alright, and now we're going to start out with a dark, and we need 1 dark here. And that looks like we're all done with the medium yarn. The medium we can cut off. because we're just dealing with darks and lights in this row. So we could pull that medium out of there. That helps with that knot. All right. So one dark and 4 light. So there's 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4. And then we need 2 dark and 2 light. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 dark, yep, and then we need 1 white, so I'm going to bring this white over here, but bring up this green. So we're going to put 1 white here with this green, and then switch over to the green. And we need 5 green and 2 white to finish off this row. So there's 3, 4, 5. Switching over to the white. Putting the 2 white at the end. So that was row 22. This is what our rosebud looks like so far. All right, so for 23, we're going to chain 1 and turn and start out with 3 white. And then we need 2 green. I'm bringing this white with me over with this green, because then we're going to need 4 white next. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the pink is done, so we can cut off this pink yarn, the light pink. So we're switching over to the dark pink from this white, 4 white. We need 2 dark pink, well, let's just we better take that white with us. We're going to need it. So 2 dark pink and 2 white. And then 4 dark pink and 8 white. Three and 4, and then bring up this white over here and put 8 white in next. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nicholas, it's a rosebud. Like it?
Yeah, I'm looking at the flowers.
Okay. Anyway, so now that was row 23, and we pretty much finishing up our rosebud. So we can cut off that dark pink too now. And row 25 will be really easy. Chain 1 and turn. 24, I mean. We need to put in 21 white. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This other white that we had down here, we're just going to cut off because we're not going to need it either. We can go all the way across this with this. What did I say? We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Alright, so we're going to bring up this green, and we're going to put one green in next, bringing this white with us, and then finish this off with 3 white at the end. And we can cut this green off as well, once we're done with that green. Now we're just down to one color. So we're going to chain 1 and turn for row 25, and all you're going to do is go across with the white. You should have 25 stitches. And I'm going to leave that on there because I'm going to use it for the beginning of the border. Okay, so here is our rose. Oh my gosh, that's just beautiful. I love those 3 pinks together, and they work really well in this rose. So this is our rosebud. I hope you had a lot of fun making this rosebud with me. And tomorrow we will be back to do the border of this rosebud. So I will see you tomorrow for the border. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.